Okay, so it's the morning of my HSG test. I am actually on the way to the doctor's office now. So I'm not driving, don't worry. My mom is, and hubby's in the back seat. Feeling a little nervous, actually a lot nervous, but I'll see how it goes. Hey guys, welcome to another video. So I'm just here to talk about my experiences with the HSG test. I'm going to start from the beginning and I'll work my way through. So I woke up this morning at 6:45 to take my antibiotic because they gave me two medicines. No, they gave me two pills. One was to take 2 hours before the appointment. The other was to take 2 hours after the appointment. If you can hear chewing, I'm sorry. It's my dog in the background eating his food. So I took my first one at 7 because my appointment was for 9. I ended up getting up at like 7:45 and was not feeling good at all. Like, I was nauseous. I ended up going to the bathroom and throwing up. I don't know if it was the nerves or the antibiotic. So at 8 o'clock I ended up taking ibuprofen because it says I could take ibuprofen 1 hour before the appointment because of the cramping and the pain that I was going to experience. Ended up getting ready, called my mom. She ended up meeting me upstairs because my parents live on the second floor, I live on the third floor. Ended up calling my mom. She came upstairs. I got ready. And we left. Me, her, and my husband all left to go to my appointment. Got to my doctor's office. Found out it was in the other building, so I had to travel to the other building, which was just through like a little like hallway. Like a little skywalk. Went through the skywalk, got to the building. Ended up getting to my appointment, checked in. They ended up calling my name. I went back. I didn't have to fill out any paperwork. They did have me put on a gown that was thicker than a regular hospital gown and red, like cranberry. It's very weird. Ended up putting that on. Had to take everything off except for I could leave on my bra and my tank top, but everything else had to come off. They said I could leave on my socks, which I thought was a little weird. Ended up keeping my socks on and my shoes on, went into the waiting room, was there for not even 5 minutes, and they called me back. In the meantime, my husband and my mother had to wait in another waiting room. So as I went back into the room, it was just like a regular x-ray room. They had the large table I had to lay on. The lady had me lay down. She took one still picture, and then asked me if, she could get some history on me, which I didn't mind about. So I told her when my last menstrual period was, which was Tuesday, the 19th. I told her that I had just ended my period, the day before, so yesterday. She asked me if I had any surgeries. I told her that the only surgery that I had ever had was for my interstitial cystitis, for me to get diagnosed with that, which wasn't a surgery. They didn't cut me or anything. They just had to put me to sleep. They filled my bladder with fluid, emptied it again, and refilled it, and stuck a camera to see if they could see any like bleeding or anything like that. I said, but other than that, that was really the only surgery I've had. I did have surgery on my foot a couple years ago where they had to use contrast, but that was about it. That I wasn't like allergic to the contrast or anything like that. She said, okay. So she had me lay down. She said, we'll get you comfortable and we'll page your OBGYN to come down. And I was like, oh, perfect. I was like, at least I'll know my doctor. So I waited there. I couldn't have my phone or anything, so I didn't know, and there was no clocks in the room, so I couldn't really tell how long it was. But I got there for 9, and she said that it would start by like 9:30. So it took a couple minutes to start. So I was there for probably a couple minutes. before the doctor had come in. Me and the lady had a little conversation here and there. She was trying to make me very comfortable, which I understood. She could tell I was nervous. But then my OBGYN come in. She had then again asked me about when my last menstrual period was, if I thought I was pregnant, anything like that. I told her no. She said, okay, we're gonna get started. She says, I want to let you know now it's going to hurt. She's like, I don't want to sugarcoat it for you. It's going to hurt. But this will give us all the answers that you'll need. She said, I looked back over your husband's sperm analysis. That was good. She said, there's nothing there that's wrong. I said, okay. She said, do you have any questions for me? I said, no. She said, okay, this is going to hurt. It's going to be very painful. So she started to get the stuff ready, the forceps, not the forceps, it's I don't know what it's called. The thing that they open you with, I don't remember what it's called. So she said, I'm just gonna let you know, I'm gonna insert this, but it might be a little uncomfortable. I said, I'm used to that. She said, well, also that she couldn't, she had to stay, far back, only because she couldn't get, her hands ready, or she wanted to keep it, sterile. Which I said that was fine. Because those things really aren't comfortable anyways. So what had happened was she ended up inserting that. Then she inserted, another tool. Then she inserted a balloon to keep it in place against my cervix, which was giving her a hard time because it didn't want to stay, which, let me tell you, when she said pain, I was not expecting as much pain as I was going to be in. She then inserted the tube. She got the live x-ray ready, and she said, okay, we're gonna move you up a little bit, because at this point I was just they're like, you can't breathe heavy, but just breathe in and out to keep you calm, because I was in a lot of pain at this point. This is even before the dye. So they had moved me up on the table a little bit. Her and the lady that was there ended up moving me up on the table a little bit. And she said, okay, we're going to get started. I'm gonna insert the dye now, and we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna lie, I kept my eyes closed and was just breathing in and out the entire time because it hurt so bad. After it was done, it took about, I want to say 10 minutes, honestly. And they were done. They said, okay, we're done. I said, okay, you need to get this stuff out of me now. I am in so much pain. This cramping is horrible. This pain is intense. I was not expecting this much pain. If I would have taken more than just 2 ibuprofen this morning. So they ended up getting everything out of me. The balloon, the hose. She did let me know that I was going to be crampy. After the appointment, she did let me know that I had to have a little bit of bleeding. She said that, when they took out the balloon and stuff like that, my uterus, was bleeding, which was normal. She said that I was all set to, put my, because you have to keep your legs up. She said that I was all set to keep my legs down. She asked me if I had any questions. I asked her how it went. She let me see it. She said, I could see that my tubes were clear. My uterus was, she said, was perfect. She said that there is no reason why we can't get pregnant this time. There's nothing that should be killing off the sperm. There's nothing that should be hurting the egg. After the HSG test, that's when most women are most fertile. Because the dye cleans everything out. So I said, okay, that's fine. She let me know that to please call her I find out whether I'm pregnant or I start my next period, which I let her know that my ovulation day was on July 4th, is when I'm supposed to be ovulating. And then I was supposed to start my period July 18th. I would give her a call. She said to give her a call either way, whether I start my period or don't start my period, to let her know if I don't get pregnant this cycle, this time around, to call her at the office, and we are going to set up to move forward with starting me on Clomid. Which actually I expected to start on today, but she said that she would rather try it this way first than to start me on the Clomid. She said that if she didn't have to start me on medicine, that she didn't want me to, because I'm ovulating fine and everything looks fine. I don't have any blockage in my tubings, so that this time I shouldn't have a problem. But if I did have a problem, that it would be no problem, just that she'd start me on Clomid. So she had left. The lady had helped me get up, let me know that just to get up easy, that I might be a little like woozy. I got up no problem. I was in a lot of pain. The intense pain stopped after they took everything out, and it stopped. But I was still very crampy and still very nauseous. So she went to go grab my clothes for my husband. She had brought me into the bathroom. I changed there. They had given me a pad to put on just because the dye was going to come out. It was clear, so it wasn't anything bad. They did give me a wipe so I could wipe myself with, which there was blood, but that was no problem. Ended up leaving the doctor, leaving the office, got in the car, and I was not feeling good. Ended up coming home and taking a nap for about like 4 hours. Woke up and still wasn't feeling good. I had ended up going to the bathroom, because I'd wake up. I have the Clear Blue Advanced Ovulation Kit, which is a little monitor I should probably grab, which is just a little monitor, and you have to test. It tells you a window to pick from. So I picked from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. I could test my ovulation. I'm not a person that wakes up early in the morning. I start work at 3, so I usually don't wake up till like 12, 11:30, 12, 1, around there. So I had set it for 10 to 4. So I woke up around like 1:30 and was like, alright, I gotta like go to the bathroom. I gotta test my ovulation. I know it wasn't going to be like high or anything, but that I still wanted to check. So I normally would. So I got up, I went to the bathroom, I tested my ovulation, and I was bleeding a lot. I bought little pee cups, so that's what I pee in, and then I stick the ovulation kit in. I actually have 2 different types. I have the regular one that I just bought off of Amazon for like a box of like 50, I think, for like $15 or not even. And then I have the Clear Blue Advanced ones that you stick into the monitor. I like both. One, because sometimes I can't read the generic sticks too well. As you can tell, like the lines. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, am I ovulating? Am I high? Am I peak? I don't like to do that. So I do both. Which is actually nice to see, like the lines get darker as you go along. I just feel comfortable seeing the peak or high or on the ovulation kit. So when I had peed in the cup to test my ovulation, and I seen that there was blood in my urine, and when I had wiped and there was a lot of blood then, and I was still very crampy, still very nauseous, I had ended up giving them a call to let them know, like, I understand I would be crampy. They said I would have a little bit of spotting or a little bit of blood, but I was just not expecting how much pain I was in, how much blood I was having, and how much nausea I was having. So I left them a message. They had called me back. Actually, the nurse had called me back and said that she had talked to my OBGYN, and that the cramping is to be expected because of the balloon not wanting to, or the stuff not wanting to stick to my uterus, so they had to like push it a little bit, and I was bleeding anyways down there, so the cramping and the bleeding was to be expected. I told them that I was having like a pretty good amount, not like to cover a pad in like an hour, but I was having enough to where it's like a medium amount. Like I could tell, like it looked like I was having my period basically. She said that, yep, that was fine. She said, not to worry about it. She said, but the nausea was, worrying them a little bit. I could be having just not a good reaction to the antibiotic. She said that they were going to prescribe me some nausea medication. I want to say Zolfran or something. I want to say like that. So I ended up going to pick that up at my local drugstore. They had called in prescription. I picked it up. It's take one every 4 hours as needed for nausea. I'm not gonna lie, I've taken only one so far, and it's worked pretty well. So I'm not having nausea anymore. I'm still recording this on the day that everything has happened, so it's not the next day or anything. I'm not having any more nausea. I am still having a lot of cramping. A pretty good amount. Not as much as like when I had the test done, but it's there. But yeah, that's how it went. I didn't want to sugarcoat it for you guys. It was definitely intense. Definitely painful, but definitely worth it for me. It'll all be worth it if I actually get pregnant and I don't have to go on the medicine, but to know that we've done all the necessary precautions to find out if anything is wrong, and for us to go this far and nothing be wrong, I think made it all the better. To know that my husband's fine, nothing's wrong with me, I have no blockages, I have nothing wrong with my uterus. I think I was pretty happy with. And I would definitely go through it again. Despite the pain, I would definitely go through it all over again. But yeah, now we just wait for July 4th for my ovulation, and then July 18th to see if I get my period or not. Today is currently June 26th, so we have a couple more days. I am still going to test every day of my ovulation like I normally would, just to see if I either ovulate sooner or not. And we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye!